Hello there, you ravishing people. This is Chris from TechSpert, and I'm here with two of the biggest and best gaming smartphones of 2019. Here on the left, you've got the Asus ROG Phone 2. It'll cost you 800 quid, but it boasts some of the most premium specs and features of any smartphone, bar none, launched in 2019. Here on the right, you've got the Nubia Red Magic 3S. It'll cost you almost half the amount of the ROG Phone 2 at just 420 quid here in the UK. Yet all the same, it is highly competitive when it comes to those specs and the gaming prowess, basically. So the question is, should you spunk out 800 quid on the ROG Phone 2, or should you save yourself a bit of cash and make do with the Red Magic 3S? Well, here's a full side-by-side comparison so you know which one might be best for you. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So let's start with the design, and good news if you've got absolutely enormous hands, because both the ROG Phone 2 and the Red Magic 3S are ripping huge. This here ROG Phone 2 is actually the more compact of the pair, with a 6.59 inch display compared with the 6.65 inch display on the Red Magic 3S. Obviously very little between them in terms of that, but actually for the heft, the ROG Phone 2 definitely weighs the most. It's 240 grams, so that'll definitely build your biceps with plenty of PubG action. The Red Magic 3S ain't exactly much lighter though, at 215 grams. If we flip things around to the back, it looks like the ROG Phone 2 has a metal backing just like the Red Magic 3S, but it's actually matte glass, so just nicely smoothed off to give that sort of metallic style sheen. Metallic, is that a word? It is now. Because these two phones are unmistakably gaming devices, and as if there wasn't enough evidence, check out the funky LED action here on back. It's pretty much obligatory for a gaming smartphone. Of course, you can fully customize them. They can be used as notification lights, and of course they are very active when you are doing a bit of gaming as well, if you like, that is. Personally, I prefer a bit of light up logo action here on the ROG Phone 2, but you know, it's a very personal taste kind of thing. So far, both these smartphones seem perfectly rugged. They can definitely deal with a little bit of abuse here and there, shall we say. And neither phone is water resistant though, because of course they've got many open ports, vents and all the rest, so yeah, definitely do not go getting them moist. Now let's move on to the front end of these smartphones, and they both sport an AMOLED display. As I say, slightly bigger here on the Red Magic 3S, but not much difference at all between them. As you can see, of course, you've got full customization over the actual color output and everything right here through the display settings. So on the ROG Phone 2, you've got optimal color mode. I prefer this because it basically adjusts the display output depending on exactly what you're doing. You don't have anything like that here on the Red Magic 3S, however. You basically can choose whether to have a vibrant output or regular mode, which kind of flattens down the image a bit and makes things slightly less interesting. And you've also got natural mode as well, which comes in quite handy if you're going to be editing any images, stuff like that. So you can see exactly what kind of output you're going to get. You've got full HDR10 support here on the Asus ROG Phone 2. You've got standard HDR support here on the Red Magic 3S, but if you dive into the likes of Netflix, you'll see that only the ROG Phone actually offers HDR playback. You'll see you get nice crisp visuals with either of these smartphones though. Nice strong contrast as well. You get nice inky blacks on both of them. The color output seems a little bit stronger here on the ROG Phone 2, probably because it's got that HDR playback, of course, so you get those really nice rich tones coming through. And the ROG Phone 2 is actually capable of upscaling SDR content to HDR levels as well, so no matter what you're watching, basically, chances are it's going to look pretty damn slick. As for the resolution, both of these smartphones pack a full HD plus resolution panel. You don't get any Quad HD plus support or anything here on the ROG Phone 2, even though it's a much more expensive device. Still, everything looks nice and crisp on both of these smartphones, no worries whatsoever, even when you've got them right up to your face during an intensive gaming session. And speaking of gaming, of course, as you would imagine, both of these smartphones rock a display that is well suited for mobile gaming. The Red Magic 3S sports a 90Hz refresh rate to keep the action silky smooth for all of your supported titles. On the ROG Phone 2, it's actually next level. It's a 120Hz refresh rate, so even smoother. And you get a 240Hz touch sampling rate on both these devices as well. That's absolutely essential for games like PubG Mobile, anything where fast reactions are what keep you alive. So as soon as you touch that display, swipe it, poke it, whatever, you will see your actions replicated in-game. Definitely no troublesome lag or anything like that, which could mean a premature death. But of course, it's not just about the visuals. Thankfully, the audio is super solid on both these gaming smartphones as well. It's a stereo speaker setup on both the Red Magic 3S and the ROG Phone 2, so you'll be able to tell exactly what is going on in-game, even if you're not using headphones. The full DTS:X surround sound support and everything, and the good news is that both these phones do support a bit of headphone jack action as well, so you can actually slap in your 3.5mm wide pair of headphones if you don't want to be using Bluetooth. Of course, if you're actually communicating with your fellow players as well, the ROG Phone 2 is slightly stronger with its quad mic setup. Definitely good at sort of cancelling exterior noise, while also making sure that you are coming through loud and clear. That said, on the Red Magic 3S, the mic situation is absolutely fine, no problems there either. On the software front, you've got Android 9, Android Pie on both of these devices. It's not the latest Android 10, but the good news is it's a fairly stock version of Android. So you've got your full App Store, all of your Google shenanigans in there. Very little in the way of third-party stuff beyond the gaming UI and gaming feature stuff, which I'll touch on in a sec. There on the ROG Phone, you've actually got a choice of UIs. You can have the standard Zen UI, which is very much stock, just like the Red Magic 3S UI right here. Otherwise, you can have this funky ROG Phone UI, which basically just adds some very gamerific icon design, nice bit of theme and stuff like that. You've also got a dedicated UI on both these smartphones, which gives you fast access to all of your games and a whole bunch of features. You can tweak the performance levels, all that kind of shenanigans. I won't go too in-depth in this stuff. Go check out my in-depth reviews of both these smartphones to see exactly what you get on board. It's a simple icon to tap here on the ROG Phone 2, whereas on the Red Magic 3S it's a bit more satisfying because it's an actual physical switch here on the side. When you actually jump into a game, of course, you've got a pull-out toolbar on both of these phones as well, which again gives you access to pretty much all the features that you had back in that main gaming menu. So you've got resource management, you can boost the performance when needed, you've got screen recording tools, you've got notification blockers, screen brightness access, all kinds of stuff. If you're a bit of a stats monkey, you can even see exactly how much of your CPU and GPU resource is being used up and the inner core temperature of these devices as well. So let's move on to the performance, and of course both these devices rock a Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset, the most powerful Qualcomm chipset that you can get right now in 2019. That's backed by either 8 or 12 gigs of RAM here on the Red Magic 3S, and you also get a choice of up to 12 gigs of RAM on the Asus ROG Phone 2, so as you'd expect, the performance is out of this world. PubG Mobile can play at a blistering 60 frames per second on the top HDR detail levels on either of these devices. Absolutely silky smooth, not a single stutter in sight. For any benchmark junkies out there, I did do the full Geekbench benchmark, and as you can see there, pretty much identical results on these two devices, as you'd expect considering they basically have the same specs. And just for completionist sake, I also ran the 3D Mark benchmark and test as well, just to test out the GPUs, and of course they've got the same Adreno GPU, so unsurprisingly the results are basically identical once again. No problems on the coolant front either. You've got a nice bit of liquid coolant on both of these devices. You've actually got a proper vapor chamber here on the ROG Phone 2, so you can see a bit of vent action just to help that hot air to move out as well. On the Red Magic 3S, it uses the liquid coolant. It's also got a built-in fan as well, just to help keep things extra cool. As you can see, a bit more vent action there. You can actually hear that fan whirring away inside when you are doing an intense bit of gaming on the likes of PubG Mobile. The good news is that they stay nice and cool even during very intense gaming sessions lasting several hours with the phones plugged in and charging at the time as well. Neither of them get above that sort of 37 to 37.5 degree mark. Unfortunately, the Red Magic 3S does have a bit of an impact on the battery life, having that internal fan. So even though it's got a 5000 milliamp cell, I tended to only get around 4 hours, just over 4 hours of gaming on the likes of PubG Mobile before the battery needed a recharge. Here on the ROG Phone 2, you've got a 6000 milliamp cell, and that tends to almost double the battery life of the Red Magic 3S. The ROG Phone 2 will also charge faster as well. It's got full support for 30 watt charging compared with the 18 watt charging here on the Red Magic 3S. As for the storage, you get a choice of 128 or 256 gigabytes here on the Red Magic 3S, whereas the ROG Phone 2 actually goes all the way up to 1 terabyte, starting at 256, so plenty of storage on there. But again, you're not going to be struggling with the Red Magic 3S, to be fair, and they both support UFS 3.0 for super fast game loading. Now, rounding off the gaming features, the ROG Phone 2 is definitely the better of the pair. They both support haptic touch sensitive shoulder buttons, which is really great for the likes of PubG Mobile. Fortnite means you can aim and shoot using those physical, almost physical buttons instead of having to rely on the touch controls for absolutely everything. Definitely really helps out. But it's slightly better on the ROG Phone 2. They're both really responsive. The Red Magic 3S does not disappoint, but the haptic feedback is just stronger on the ROG Phone 2. It does actually make it feel more like you're pressing physical buttons. In terms of actual accessories, the ROG Phone 2 is the much stronger of the pair. Both of them support a clip-on attachment which shifts the Type-C USB port and the headphone jack to a different edge so they don't get in your way while you're gaming, so you can keep the phone charging up, keep your headphones in, and they won't interfere with your play. You've also got a form of clip-on controller with both these devices as well, but the ROG Phone 2's is much stronger. You can actually clip them onto the sides of the device to turn it into an almost Nintendo Switch style setup. Very comfortable and good to play with. And here on the ROG Phone 2, you've got all kinds of other accessories that you can shove on there as well. You've got a dual display device, so you can actually browse the internet, watch a playthrough as you're playing your game, do whatever you want. You've got all kinds of streaming devices, so you can actually connect it up to your PC monitor, use a keyboard and mouse, all kinds of stuff. Go check out my full ROG Phone 2 accessories guide for an in-depth look at all of these bad boys. And then quickly, let's finish off with a look at the camera tech around back. Now, of course, on gaming smartphones, the camera tech is often neglected in favour of the performance, the battery life, all that kind of shenanigans. But here on the ROG Phone 2, it's actually a really good camera setup. It's basically the same as the Asus ZenFone 6, except it doesn't flip out. So really, really strong for your everyday photos and your video as well. It's a 48 megapixel primary lens, f1.8 aperture. Pretty much the same as what you get on the Red Magic 3S, using Sony's IMX586 sensor as well. But despite the fact that the hardware is more or less the same, I've definitely found that the ROG Phone 2 produces the better looking everyday photos, stronger HDR, and just good looking in pretty much any situation you throw it in. That's helped along by the fact that the ROG Phone 2 also has a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle lens for changing up the viewpoint, giving very dramatic results, whereas here on the Red Magic 3S it is just a single lens snapper, which is pretty much unheard of in smartphones in 2019. Even really budget blowers tend to offer at least 2 or 3 lenses. And for the video results as well, I prefer the ROG Phone 2, even though the Red Magic 3S can shoot in apparently 8K resolution. Of course, I've no way of actually testing out the quality of that 8K footage because I don't have an 8K TV, so what is the point? It's just a gimmick basically. And it only shoots at 15 frames per second, so frankly it looks a bit cack on any normal telly. And around the front you've got a 24 megapixel selfie cam here on the ROG Phone 2, definitely great if you're going to be doing a bit of commentary action while you shoot your gaming video, and it's a 16 megapixel here on the Red Magic 3S as well, so both of them absolutely fine. And that right there is how the ROG Phone 2 and the Red Magic 3S stack up. Now of the pair, obviously my preference is the ROG Phone 2. The display is that little bit nice, you've got that full HDR10 support, 120Hz as well, which is super nice. It's got the better camera tech, much better battery life because it doesn't actually have the physical fan or anything like that. But that said, the Red Magic 3S definitely more than does the job for any modern day gaming session. You've got the same Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset backed by a generous amount of RAM, and I really like the stock Android experience and the gaming features on there as well. Very solid indeed. Basically, if you're not going to be throwing a bunch of cash at Asus for all of the extra gaming accessories and the like, the Red Magic 3S will definitely do the job as a great little standalone product. But which one are you most tempted by? It'd definitely be great to hear your thoughts, so make sure you smash them down in the comments below, and please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. Cheers everyone, love you!